Internet Marketing and SEO Secrets Exposed, the ultimate guide to making money online. Part 5, The Secret to Search Engine Optimization. Chapter 1, Search Engine Optimization, SEO. Search engine optimization is the most sought after and valuable skill in internet marketing. Unfortunately, it is also the most misunderstood, misrepresented, and poorly taught skill in internet marketing. There is only one goal to search engine optimization in our view, even though most false gurus will tell you that there are several reasons to use SEO in your marketing. Even respected internet marketers will tell you that gaining good ground in the search engines means more traffic, and more traffic means more sales. Although this is true, it is a gross oversimplification of what actually occurs in this area of internet marketing. There are also dubious marketers who tell you that the SEO tactics they give you will help you attain page 1 rankings in all the major search engines. We have found this to be untrue. We have found that good SEO practices will help you get more exposure, but each of the major search engines definitely requires different SEO techniques to gain high rankings. What works well for one search engine has little or no effect on the others. Trust me, we know. We have multiple sites that have #1 rankings in Google that are in positions of very little value in Yahoo or Bing. You must choose the search engine that you plan to rank well on and stick to SEO tactics that work well on that search engine. Do not scatter your efforts in a vain attempt to rank well on all the search engines. It won't happen. As Google is the biggest search engine, it makes sense to us that you should target only Google. In fact, we have built a company on that very premise. Ranking well in Google is the only way to truly succeed in internet marketing, without running the risk of losing bucket loads of money paying advertising costs that may never give you a return on your investment. Some internet marketers will tell you that you do not need SEO at all because there are other traffic sources you can tap into. This is true, but as you've already seen in Part 3, generating traffic through those methods requires constant work just to maintain the same amount of traffic every day. If you want to get more traffic using those methods, then you need to pay more people to do the work, because you cannot do it all yourself. The real reason these internet marketers tell you you do not need SEO is simply because they don't know how to use it properly. There is a simple truth. SEO is vital to any online business. Even if you go down the line of email marketing, you need to send traffic to your squeeze pages to get leads. Well, there is always PPC, pay-per-click advertising, you may say. Yes, there is. Try it. We bet you'll lose your shirt. Paid advertising is extremely costly and extremely dangerous to your business if you get it wrong. It is also difficult to teach. Anyone who is successful at PPC has usually been doing it for years and gained experience through making mistakes when it was cheap enough to make mistakes. Even in Facebook, which is still much cheaper than Google's AdWords, it can cost almost $2 for a World of Warcraft leveling guide keyword that normally will only generate $18 in commission for an affiliate marketer. This means you would have to ensure an 11% conversion rate just to break even. We don't use PPC, and we advise you not to use it either, unless you have a sizable amount of money you can afford to lose and you can get someone who has already built a successful online presence using that business model to teach you how to do it. Trust us, SEO is the route to go. Free traffic is always more qualified than paid traffic anyway, and has been shown to convert much better as well. As we mentioned previously, there is really only one goal to SEO. What is that goal? The real goal of SEO is not to gain a page 1 ranking, as most marketers teach. The only goal of SEO is to rank number 1 in the search engine you are targeting. The reason for this is simple, as can be seen in an example from Google. No sleep till number 1. Getting to number 1 in Google takes work, so why go for the number 1 spot? Why is the number 2 spot or number 3 spot not good enough? There is a simple answer to both of those questions. The number 1 site in the Google search result pages, SERPs, for any given keyword gets approximately 40% of all the monthly hits generated for that keyword by Google search. This means that for every 100 people who search Google for a keyword, 40 of them will click on the top site. The number 2 site in the SERPs gets approximately 11%, while the number 3 site gets only 9%. That leaves all the other sites, including the paid advertisements, to battle over what is left. Getting onto page 1 of Google is not enough. Unfortunately, many marketers make a song and dance about being able to get onto page 1 of Google for their keywords, and they will offer you either their services or their courses designed to help you achieve the same aim. In our opinion, they are useless. You may as well be on page 10 in the Google SERPs if you are not in one of the top 3 positions on page 1. But even that is not enough as far as we're concerned. We will state it again just so you are clear on the point. Getting onto page 1 of Google is not enough. You need a top 3 position if you ever want to get any sizable amount of traffic. However, we also believe that gaining a top 3 position is not enough either. In fact, we would like to strongly impress upon you that you should never stop your SEO efforts until you are at the very top. Obviously, if you are capable of reaching page 1 in Google, then you are capable of reaching position 3. And if you can reach position 3, then you are capable of reaching position 2. If you can reach position 2, then you can reach position 1. Why settle for a mere 9% of the hits, or even 11%, when you can have 40%, right? To illustrate why this is so important, let us look at a real-world example by reviewing what this would mean to our course example site and keyword, How to Win the Lottery. This keyword gets an estimated 33,100 exact hits per month according to Google. Upon inspection, we can see then that position 3, which gets 9% of those hits, would generate 2,979 hits per month, or approximately 96 hits per day. Position 2 gets an extra 2% of those monthly searches. So, an extra 2% of the monthly hits equates to 662 extra hits per month, or an extra 21 hits per day. Or, put it another way, 11% of 33,100 hits is 3,641 hits per month, or 117 hits per day. At a 1% conversion rate, these extra hits, generated from just moving up 1 position in the SERPs, would equate to approximately 6 extra sales per month. In our course example, we get over $50 commission per sale on the lottery product we choose to promote. Therefore, this 1 extra positional move in the SERPs could pay for at least 1 extra outsourcer or staff member, as you will learn in Part 6, to help grow our business. So why would we settle for position 3 when we could generate an extra 6 sales from moving up just 1 more position? Would you? Why would anyone settle for position 3 when position 2 would bring in an extra $300 per month, which could be used to hire a staff member who could then ensure a quicker ranking for the next keyword while taking over a large portion of the workload? So we can clearly see that stopping at position 3 would be very short-sighted. However, even position 2 should never be enough for you. As you have already learned, the top site in the Google SERPs gets 40% of all the monthly hits, which in our example is approximately 13,240 hits per month, or roughly 427 hits per day. Why would you settle for 117 hits per day generated from a second position placement when you can have 427 hits per day from a number 1 placement? To reiterate, there is only one objective to using SEO, a number 1 ranking in the search engine you are targeting. To highlight this, answer this next question honestly. Would you rather fight for a minuscule share of 60% of the monthly hits for a keyword, which will normally have millions of other websites competing against each other? Or would you rather get 40% of all of the hits for that keyword? I think the answer to that question is obvious, and it is for this reason that we have given you the complete step-by-step process that we use for consistently gaining number 1 rankings. We have also chosen to teach you our Google SEO tactics, as Google is the largest search engine with the biggest user base and is likely to stay that way, at least until Facebook can come up with a viable alternative. As of 2011, a whopping 71% of people use Google to search online, while only 14% use Yahoo, a measly 9% use Bing, and only 6% use other search engines. Although there are sometimes valid reasons to target other search engines, if you want to drive the maximum amount of traffic to your site, you need to rank in Google first. We base our Google SEO on a 3-month cycle. However, we target competitive keywords and have a team of SEOers working on the keywords we target who also use automated software, as we'll explain in Part 7. When you begin your initial SEO work, you will be targeting much easier keywords, as outlined in Part 1, which require much less time and effort to rank number 1 in Google. Having said this, everything new requires a learning curve. Don't be impatient to achieve your number 1 rankings too quickly. You are learning new skills that you will be able to use for much greater effect once you have gained experience and built up your business. One word to you before we continue and before you start implementing what you're about to learn. Don't stop until you get to number 1. We gave the keyword for this course to just one employee, and it took him 4 months to rank it number 1. He was not permitted to use any automated software and had to perform all his SEO tasks manually. This keyword has generated as much as $400 in 1 day. Do you think that is worth 4 months' SEO effort? The truth is, we could have ranked this keyword in 2 months or less using automated software, but we needed to keep it real for the course. This is a fairly competitive keyword. The keywords you will be ranking throughout this course will require only a fraction of that time to see rankings. While at number 2, our keyword was generating only a fraction in commission that it now produces. So do not stop until you reach the number 1 spot. No matter how repetitive the work gets, or how many other great keywords pop up that just seem to be begging for you to make money with them, you must keep going with the initial keyword you have chosen until it ranks number 1. Stay focused on just one keyword until you rank it number 1. And as you move forward, you will see that one keyword after another will bring you closer to your long-term business goal and the financial status that you are aiming for. On-page optimization. We have already covered much of the information presented in this section about on-page optimization early in Part 2 when you were learning how to create a website. However, we will revisit these concepts briefly as they are related to off-page optimization as well. All the rules you learned about on-page optimization in Part 2 also apply to the web properties and articles that you will create in your off-page optimization activities. SEO is simple when you know how to do it. So simple, in fact, that the rules you follow for your on-page work also apply to everything you do in your off-page work, as we are about to demonstrate. LSI Revisited. To revisit the concept of LSI, let's look at what the abbreviation stands for. LSI is shorthand for Latent Semantic Indexing. If you remember, we identified LSI as being latent, emerging but not yet totally obvious; semantic, similar in meaning to or related to another word in language usage; indexing, from the word index, to make a list or add to a list. In other words, LSI refers to a Google index of words that are similar in meaning or related to one another. LSI keywords are therefore words or phrases that Google considers to be connected to your main keyword. Let's revisit the Google Keyword Tool. We'll search for our course example, How to Win the Lottery, and sort the results by relevance. Google will return a list of keywords that it considers to be associated with your keyword in order of importance. These are the LSI keywords associated with your main keyword. It does not matter if you look for broad or exact match type, as this only refers to the amount of monthly clicks generated by the keywords. We are only interested in the relevance of the keywords because we are going to use them to convince Google that our site is about the keyword How to Win the Lottery. We can find additional LSI keywords by using some submenus in a standard Google search, as we showed you in Part 2. If you remember, all you have to do is enter your keyword and click the search button. Then, when Google returns the results, scan down the left-hand pane until you find the clickable category link for more search tools and click on it. This will bring up more options. Choose Related Searches and you will get a list of search phrases that Google considers to be connected to the keyword that you are searching for. In our example, we have chosen to search for LSI keywords connected to dog training schools. All of these related search phrases can be used as LSI keywords for optimization purposes. Off-page optimization. You will use LSI keywords for off-page optimization in a number of ways. Firstly, you will use them in the content you write for off-page sources. You will place these LSI keywords in the titles of blog posts, articles, and Web 2.0 properties, and also use them as a basis for ideas for the actual content for the aforementioned. That is, you will write articles related to the LSI keywords. For example, if we perform a related search for our course example keyword, How to Win the Lottery, we see that lottery winners is one of the related searches that Google gives us. This is, therefore, an LSI keyword for our course keyword, How to Win the Lottery. We could use this LSI keyword phrase for article ideas and place it in the title, such as The Secrets the Lottery Winners Never Wanted to Tell, or Lifestyles of the Richest Lottery Winners. Then, when we optimize the article for that LSI keyword and add our link in the article, Google sees that our site is getting a link from a similar site that is related via LSI keywords. Therefore, as a consequence of this, Google makes the link coming from this site worth more than just a standard link from an unrelated site. These types of links are known as relevant backlinks. Now, before we continue with your SEO training, be aware that many marketers will disagree with us on this point. We have heard a great many of the gurus consider any link to be a good link and will tell you that all links carry the same weight. To highlight the absurdity of that claim, we will ask you only one question. How many number one positions do those gurus have in Google for search terms unconnected to their names? In fact, when they release a product, they never even get a number one spot for that product or anything even remotely related to it, because one of their affiliates who does know something about SEO usually beats them to it. Relevant links matter. If you want a high ranking in Google, you need relevant backlinks, full stop. As it is unnatural to have the same anchor text on all links that point to a site, you will always vary the text you use within your link when building backlinks. You will actually use a selection of LSI keywords as anchor text in your links to give your site an even bigger boost in Google. Having the same anchor text in most of the links pointing to your site looks like you are spamming the search engines, and this will raise an alarm with Google. Google will quickly realize that your site is being deliberately optimized for a specific keyword and penalize the site for it by holding it back in the SERPs. We want it to look as though the backlinks the site is getting are occurring naturally. To do this, you vary the anchor text. However, by using LSI keywords, you kill two birds with one stone. The variety of backlinks removes suspicion from your site, while also keeping the links relevant to your chosen keyword. This is a neat way of using LSI in your SEO. You will also use LSI keywords to hunt for relevant blogs and forums to post comments and links to, using detailed search codes that we will give to you later. Site size. For Google, size matters. Bigger sites consistently rank well in Google, and there is a very good reason. It's all about the relevant links. Bigger sites have more internal links from their menu bars to their own pages than smaller sites, simply because they have more pages. Due to the fact that the entire site will be based around a specific niche, and the site owner will be using keyword-rich anchor text to link to his or her own pages, it is no wonder they rank well. Obviously, the site must also have certain off-page factors contributing to its relevance for a search term, but having a truckload of internal links certainly does give a boost to the rankings. Internal linking structure. Because internal links count in Google and can help push your site up in the SERPs, there is a very specific way to link to your own pages on a website. We are including this information for advanced marketers only who have large sites or intend to create large sites without using WordPress. Everyone else need not worry much about this information. We encourage you to put no-follow tags, rel equals quote no-follow unquote, on all of your site's internal links that point to unimportant pages, so that the link juice from each page flows toward your money pages and not pages that you do not want to rank. For example, a link pointing to your privacy page is usually included on every page of a site, and the same is true of the Contact Us page. Ensure that you have a no-follow tag attached to all of these links on every page, just like this. Also, make sure that your important links have the right anchor text. Home is a waste of anchor text, unless, of course, you want to rank for the search term home. Google the terms "click here" or "download now" to get two dramatic illustrations of why anchor text is important and how it can affect your rankings.